Guys, it's Sang, and today I'm going to share with you all of my Disney hacks that I learned from my big Disney trip where we went to Disney World, hopped from hotel to hotel, and I'm going to show you all the ways that we were able to not wait in line for more than 10 minutes at any given ride. And I've tested it with another friend who used my own passes, and they were able to ride rides without even waiting in line. So it was pretty incredible. I'm going to share with you my big 3 hacks, and I will tell you that some of these cost money. I'm not telling you it doesn't cost money, but it's a lot less than having a VIP tour, and it's a lot less than having to pay to stay at one of the deluxe resorts. Okay? And they might get you banned from Disney World. Don't say I didn't warn you, and you are using it at your own risk. Stay tuned, and I'll talk all about it, and I will link to a post that I talk about all these tips and strategies below. So all these names that you're seeing here are because I did something crazy, and I did a split stay across 4 different hotels on a 5-day window, and that's insane. And the only reason why I did that was because I wanted to experience all of the different hotels that were on the monorail. I will link to my blog post all about the split stay so that you guys can check out all the different hotels, what I liked about them, what I didn't like, and also what the experience was like doing a split stay. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about hacking Disney World lines, okay? Hey guys, so this video is all about how you can hack the lines, and I'm going to tell you some of these ways cost money, but one of them is not that VIP tour that costs $600. These are tips that under, let's say, $200, you can literally save yourself so much time, especially if you have little kids who are impatient like mine. Sure, patience is a virtue, but sometimes when you are in the happiest place on earth, you just don't want to wait in like 45-minute lines just to go see Mickey Mouse. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So the first thing I would say is if you are planning your days and planning your parks, the first thing is try to grab an advanced dining reservation at 8 o'clock or 8:30 and make sure that you look at the morning, like early morning hours, as well as when the parks open, because the parks open differently. And what you want to do is be able to nab an advanced dining reservation an hour before the park opens. And that actually means that 180 days before, actually, I think it's 180 days before your actual day that you go to the park, you need to grab that reservation ASAP. And whether you do it online, through your travel agent or whatever, you want to book an ADR at 8 a.m. because what that will allow you to do is go in, eat, and then go and wait in line. You'll literally be at the park for that. So that's my biggest first tip. And that's how you get a picture at Magic Kingdom's castle without anyone in the background, and also how you get a picture in front of the Tree of Life without anyone in the background. It's really that awesome. The next tip I'm going to share with you is the early morning magic, not to be confused with early extra morning hours. It's called early morning magic, and early morning magic allows you to pay, I think it's about $70 to $75 per person. It's steep, in order to get access to the park, I think an hour and a half earlier, and you get breakfast, okay? And I did this for both Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom, and it was amazing, like literally amazing. There was no one in the park. I think they have limited tickets that they sell, which is great because then you can still get those photos in front of the tree. But what's really amazing though is I would hightail it to the rides. We were able to ride at Magic Kingdom Seven Dwarfs Mine Train about 4 or 5 times. I literally got on the ride, came out, got on it again, and then we did all of the other rides with it. A lot of people don't know about this, but maybe it's because they're on a budget and they don't want to spend the extra $70 for an hour and a half with breakfast. I totally get that, but it is totally worth it to get out the big rides in advance, especially at Hollywood Studios where they have Slinky Dog Dash. I remember going to Slinky Dog Dash later in the day, and the line was huge. Even with a FastPass, the line was large. So we were able to ride Slinky Dog Dash about 2 or 3 times, and then Toy Story Mania, and we got pictures with Woody and Buzz Lightyear. So that was pretty incredible. I think early morning magic is worth it if you're willing to spend $70 a person. I know that's pretty steep. The only reason why we spent that much money, because Ryan didn't want to, we spent that much money was because I knew that it'd be hard pressed for me to get my husband to go to Disney World again because he hates lines. Okay, so there you have it. That's why I spent that much money on tickets. The other hack that I wanted to share with you is rider swap. Rider swap is amazing. Pretty much what happens is if you have a little kid who can't ride, and let's say you've got multiple kids, right? What's really cool is that let's say that kid D, right, can't ride, all right? So what you can do is essentially schedule fast passes for parent A and kid B, okay? And what happens is that what they can do is they ride together. But then you have kid D that's over here, okay? And then what you can do is get a rider swap when they go in. And that rider swap is now eligible to get the other parent. So I'm gonna do this parent, okay, this parent's gone. And then you can actually take another kid with you, okay? So if you have multiple kids, like more than 2, like that's amazing. So you schedule fast passes with these 2, okay? And then this parent, they have to wait in line because the whole thing about rider swap is the other parent gets to go. This parent goes and can bring along another kid without having to schedule any more fast passes. So you only scheduled fast passes with the other 2 and then you get 3. And so this kid gets to go again. What's more is that if you have multiple kids like me, like 4, right? You could basically take a different kid so that everyone has ridden once. You just give them the band of that kid that had already ridden. That's how cool it is. Rider swap is amazing, especially if you have big families or you're going with like big families together and you're trying to figure out how everyone can ride a ride. I know it's not optimal that everyone can't ride together, but that is basically how you at least get people to ride some of the rides. For example, okay, lastly, my biggest hack of all, and people don't share this, or maybe it's like they don't want to get banned from Disney World, which I totally get. We've got these, okay? So let me explain what these are. This is an after 5 p.m. Pass, and you can get these if you go through a certain link through Disney World. And so how this works, okay? So Disney World will provide discounted tickets to people that are attending conferences. One of those tickets includes an after 5 p.m. ticket. They are prorated at like around $60 a ticket, okay? And there are also tickets that are available like after 5 p.m. tickets, okay? What you can do is buy these tickets, and essentially what that gains you is 3 extra fast passes. So what that means is not only do I have, when I stay at the hotel, one of these bands that has my name on it, what I can actually do is schedule fast passes on this band. Okay, so you get a limit of 3 on each one. And then you also, if you buy this fast pass, you get 3 additional tickets. And I would put this under a dummy name or someone that's not going. And then what you can do is you can enter using this and use all the fast passes that you planned on this one. But then on this ticket, you also have now planned fast passes underneath this pass. And you can, in your My Disney account, link these 2 together. So this is how that works. So let's say that this is person A. Okay, this person A exists. They go into the park, they have their band, they scan into the park with the band, and they scan all their fast passes, right? Later in the day, what you can do is you have this. And what this allows you to do is you can schedule 60 days in advance, like normal, as long as you are tying this person to your account. So let's say this is like your stepmom or your stepdad who's in your account, but it's just a name. You can schedule fast passes on here. And then what that allows you to do is do not scan into the park with this. You just literally use this. So instead of scanning the fast pass line with this band, you're now scanning it for this band. So let's say you have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train on this one, you scan this card on, and then what you can do is reuse it the next day because you never entered the park with this. That is a loophole. That's what I would suggest. What we did was we bought like 4 of these, so it was an investment of $200. Granted, I could plan out the first day, but I couldn't plan out like the consecutive days unless I bought more tickets. So essentially what this bought me was 3 fast passes that were planned 60 days out in advance. And then it allowed me to also schedule more fast passes throughout my stay and throughout the day, actually. So that's what's really awesome about this hack, is that you can spend about $60 in order to schedule fast passes in advance, like 3 extra ones, and then be able to use it day after day after day. Now, that's not how it's meant to be used, and you can be banned from Disney if you decide to go this route. So I figured I'd share it with you for those that want to risk that, but that is how you could potentially not have to wait in lines, which is amazing. So those are my tips and hacks for hacking the lines at Disney World. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment below, or even check out my link that I've listed down below, where I share all of my hacks and FastPass strategies, because honestly, it was amazing not to have to wait in lines, especially for little kiddos and them running around. It was amazing. So what I've talked about so far is the ADRs, advanced dining reservations. Make sure you schedule it an hour before the park opens. Ensure that you know what time the park opens that day, because it's very different across all the parks. Second, what you can do is figure out rider swap and how you're going to manage that, because that essentially allows a kid to ride again, or swap out with another kid to ride with the other parent who's waiting behind for a kid who can't ride. And then lastly, my crazy hack, which was buying 5 p.m. tickets that you can reuse over and over and over again. These are ways that you can save time and make your trip worthwhile, because I know how expensive Disney World is, and you didn't pay to go wait in line. Okay. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment and I will reply when I can. And if you like videos like this, please share, subscribe, click the bell icon to get more notifications, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.